But you know what I want to do a little bit right now is I want to go to back when you were in school, and what transpired as you were finishing that led to where you are now. I mean, it sounded like you were pretty much ready to go. It's kind of following the footsteps of your family.
Sure.
So, but was there ever a time where you thought maybe I would do something different or practice in another state or go a different model? Was there ever a time like that?
Yeah, that's a great question. I noticed, at least from our experience, it's an n equals one case study. However, I noticed through generations, people's preferences wax and wane. So, for example, I noticed that my grandfather was very into politics of chiropractic
Hmm.
and was very interested in having like one big office and also being he was a professor at New York Chiropractic College and being very encompassed with that. My father fell more in love with the actual practicing component of it. So his was more just based off, let me see as many patients and get as many partners and associates as possible, but have a bunch of different offices, but not be so politically in there, but just more of the practicing aspect of it. And
Sure.
now I'm coming in and I realized that I kind of put it more on myself than my father or grandfather. But I noticed I'm trying to do a little bit of both and kind of try to take that next level. Because there's something about just taking something and keeping it the way it is and taking something and expanding on it. So as a student, I decided to rebrand the whole company, provide a new slogan, trademark it. I designed a brand new website, and note to self, I never knew how to do a website. So that was a fun endeavor. New business cards, new everything. And I just wanted to completely take that next step in myself and try to see how I can elevate it from there. Cause I felt like I would be non-fulfilled if I only just practiced and saw patients and left it at that. Um, as well as another thing is I decided to take it upon myself is I wanted to be the best networking chiropractor. We'll see how far we can take it, at least, in New York State. So I decided to start with the school and know every single student's name and have every single student professor know my name. Once I felt like I accomplished that, now I'm trying to work on the city. So I became the president of Manhattan District for NISCA, and I'm trying to have every single chiropractor's number in New York City, Brooklyn, Queens, etc., to be in contact with me. Not because I want to, say hi to all of them all the time, but I want if they ever need something or need help or need some kind of resource, I want to be that person for them. And if I can prove that, then I can expand there. So it's one of those things where it's beyond the patients. I'm trying to create the best networking of doctors around me as possible. And if I could do it with chiropractors, then we can expand to naturopathic doctors or acupuncturists or PAs and MDs and DOs. So we'll see how far that we'll take in that standpoint.
So summing that all up, you're really hardcore into building relationships. That is like your core belief system.
I love it. I love the idea of building relationships. And I love the concept that you don't have to know everything about everything because that's quite impossible. It's hard to even learn as much as you can about the human body alone. So, with that being said, I heard a few things about knowing the who's. And although maybe I'm not, specialized in it, I know someone who is, or even for myself. And there's something personable about knowing the who's of each aspect that you're trying to get to or helping someone else get there, that is great because if I can shave off 2 years of someone's life to give them a resource of a human being who is an expert in it, to me, that's providing a service to society and to our profession overall.
Now, I love that, man. That's out of this world because that's really what it's all about. We are totally in the relationship business, and I love hearing that. It's just great to talk about. I'm in awe actually because not too many people understand that. So, I'm really happy, and I hope whoever's listening to this, every person really takes account to that because, or takes note of that because it's such an important thing. And, I was on a board with a couple great guys, great women, great men, everybody. And one of the things that we always said at the end of the meetings were all of us are smarter than one of us.
Mm.
So, and that wasn't his slogan, obviously. I forget. I think it was Ken Blanchard or somebody like that who brought that up. But anyway, a huge, huge point. And I want to come back to that a little bit later on when we discuss a few other things.